Haiti, January 12, 2010. A magnitude 7 earthquake. Number of deaths, 160,000. Cost of damage, $8 billion. Japan, March 11, 2011. A magnitude 9.1 earthquake and resulting tsunami. Number of deaths, 16,000. Cost of damage, $360 billion. At first glance, this doesn't seem to make sense. Japan's earthquake was huge compared to Haiti's and it caused a tsunami. Yet Haiti's earthquake killed 10 times more people. But then Japan's earthquake cost nearly 50 times more than Haiti's did. What's going on here? The simple answer is this. The magnitude of an earthquake isn't the only factor affecting how severe its impacts are. In fact, there are so many different factors involved that no two earthquakes are ever the same. Let's take a look at some of these factors. There are loads of factors that affect earthquakes, but we're not going to cover them all because, let's face it, you're not going to want to sit through an hour-long video. We're only going to focus on 4 factors, or maybe like 4.5. If you do want to ask about the other factors that could affect earthquakes, hit us up in a comment and we'll chat with you about it there. The focus of the earthquake means how deep underground the earthquake happens. The waves of energy from a deep focus earthquake spread out and weaken by the time they reach the surface, but a shallow focus earthquake's waves get to the surface right away, so they are a lot more powerful. Haiti's earthquake had a focus 13 kilometers underground. Japan's was 30 kilometers underground, much deeper. That would have taken some of the power out of it. Population density means the number of people who live in an area of land, usually a square kilometer. Areas with a high population density are packed full of people, leading to more injuries and deaths during an earthquake if the earthquake epicenter is close by. There'll also be more buildings, leading to more damage and a higher cost to rebuild. Haiti's earthquake epicenter was 25 kilometers west of the capital city, Port-au-Prince. That's going to be a densely populated area, which would help to explain the death toll. Japan's epicenter was 72 kilometers out to sea, which partially explains the lower death toll. Countries that are highly developed, often called HICs, are usually less affected by earthquakes for lots of reasons. Their buildings are often stronger or even designed to be earthquake resistant, their population is better educated and they have better hospitals, they can provide more aid, they have more money to rebuild, more homes have TVs and radios, so people are just more aware of what's going on. Honestly, we could go on forever here. So Japan is a HIC. In 2011, their GNI per capita was $36,790. Haiti is an LIC with a GNI per capita of $2,630. Haiti's buildings and hospitals were of lower quality, which helps to explain why the death toll was so high. Japan's buildings are mostly earthquake resistant with better hospitals and money to rebuild. But if those buildings are damaged by the earthquake or tsunami, then they are very expensive to repair. That would explain the high cost of the Japan earthquake. Have you ever done a fire drill? Well, some countries make schools and businesses do earthquake drills, so everybody knows what to do if an earthquake starts. Emergency services can also be trained so police, ambulances and firefighters know what to do after an earthquake. In many countries, people can also buy or make a grab-and-go earthquake bag, filled with everything they need to live for a couple of days if they have to run out of their houses suddenly and grab it as they leave. It's safe to say Japan was also much better prepared for earthquakes. They perform earthquake drills, have tsunami warning sirens, put out alerts on TV. Most of Haiti doesn't really have those things. That would definitely explain the big difference in death tolls. We should also mention whether the earthquake triggers a tsunami or not. As you can probably guess, a tsunami often leads to significantly more deaths and damage. Japan's earthquake created a huge tsunami, but Haiti's earthquake didn't. This is an interesting one. You'd think a tsunami would kill a lot more people, and usually it does, but Japan's death toll was lower. We'll have to explain this one. Japan was very prepared for earthquakes and tsunamis, just not for ones this big. If a tsunami that big had hit an LIC like Haiti, the death toll could have been even higher than it already was. So there you go. Every earthquake really is completely unique, and now hopefully you understand why. You know what else is unique though? You are. That's why we love you. Yeah, you. To like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.